Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So we have a brand new Lexus LX 600 here with a couple very minor modifications to it, but just enough to really make it just pop. We have some Boston wheels wrapped in some Nitto Ridge grapplers. That just looks absolutely incredible. They're 275 60/20 tires. And even though that's about all of the modifications, with the exception, of course, of the Yakima roof box up there, ski box, I don't think you need much more. I mean, with this particular paint, I believe the paint color was called Caviar, and the darkened chrome appearance package, you know, you kind of get that kind of like a dark gray finish right here, similar to what you would find on the Blackline Special Edition GX 460. It just looks incredible. And this back end looks outstanding. I'll tell you what, I mean, the fact that we don't get the LC300, the Land Cruiser in the United States, I think this is a very, very good substitute. The problem, of course, is the price tags, right? I mean, we're teetering 100,000 plus on the vast majority of the LX 600s here, with the ultra luxury being 127,000 starting. So the F Sport, I think, is down at 102,000 starting. And I'll show you those at the end of the video. I'll kind of walk down that line there, at least give you a sneak peek at each of them, of course. So I'll kind of just show you some of the features a little bit more in detail, and I'll hop in there and I'll show you the beautiful interior as well. So this right here just looks incredible. So you get that tan interior, the dual infotainment screens here, extremely high quality, exceptional resolution, as you'd expect and imagine for an LX 600. Yeah, having children, it's always the idea of bringing something like this home and taking the kids in it everywhere is almost makes you cringe a little bit, because you know it will never stay this clean. But I'll tell you what, it is tempting to consider something like this. Perfect if you have 3 kiddos or less, of course, but if you teeter toward 4, you have a third row seat back here, and I'll show you that. I'll back up there in a minute. But it's just not ideal, unfortunately, if you do have, you know, that 4th kiddo. Not to mention, I have become a fan of the 2 captain's chairs like you would find in the GX 460, you know, back here than the center walkthrough. I think that is a little bit more convenient if you happen to have more than 3 kids. That's a personal preference thing, though. Yeah, let me show you the back. Just with those Nitto Ridge grapplers on those Boston wheels, I do get Heritage Edition vibes, of course, from the Land Cruiser. A ton of space back here with that 3rd row down, but once you bring it up is when you start realizing the problem for it. So I'll pull this back. Hopefully we can pop this up real quick, at least maybe one side for you, just so you can get an idea. The control is right here. I'll show you a little clearly. So pop this. So already you're getting a hint as to what the minimal space back here looks like. Right, so you get maybe, what is that, 7 inches here? It's just not ideal, right? So it's not ideal if you have additional, like you have strollers and stuff that you're gonna have with both of these up. If you only need one of them up, it might work fine, but then you're putting a stroller right up against your kiddo. Do you wanna do that? That's, I don't know. So I wanna show that to you, because a lot of people often say, like, hey, no, why don't you, you know, you have another kiddo on the way, you're gonna have a 4th, why don't you keep the Land Cruiser that you had previously, because you can get a 3rd row option, or, you know, why don't you consider the LX 600 here? And it's just not ideal. I mean, the Sequoia itself has plenty of space, and it just feels better for a family lifestyle, and I wish that wasn't the case, because I like the look of the Lexus here better, and I just wish it had just a little bit more room so we could take family trips a little bit more comfortably. So at that rate, guys, I just want to show this to you, go through the wave tops, just show you how stunning it is, especially with those tires, the wheels and tires on it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if this is something you would consider. Appreciate you watching. Till next time.